The history of Apple started in California on April Fool's Day 1976. It was a partnership between Stephen Gary Wozniak, 25, Stephen Paul Jobs, 21, and Ronald Gary Wayne, 41. They had the idea that they would sell and build Apple personal computers. The real breakthrough came in 1984 when the launch of the Macintosh personal computer. The promotion came from a famous commercial during the third quarter of 1984 Super Bowl. It changed the public conception of a PC, and it was no longer a working tool but a new lifestyle. It was the beginning of an incredible journey. In 1997, Steve Jobs became CEO, and some years later, uh, they published the Apple iPod. 2 years later came iTunes, and the market was beginning to rise. In 2007 came the iPhone. iPhone changed the way we use an phone. An app store followed 1 year later. In 2010 came tablet computing and that growth with the iPad. And 1 year later, Steve Jobs resigns as CEO. And um, now he is terrible. He is
Apple's headquarters is located in Cupertino in California. The first location was in Steve Jobs' parents' house in his own bedroom, but it was getting a little too small, so the three guys was moving to a little bit better place, a garage near Steve Jobs' parents' house. But when Apple been a big company, they began to open retail stores all over the world. Apple's first retail store was opened in 2001 in the United States, and in 2003 the first retail store outside of the United States was opened in Japan. Now Apple has a lot of stores around the world. Apple has 417 retail stores all over the world, and they are spread in 13 countries, including countries like US, Canada, France, China, Japan, and Germany. Apple is most of all having stores in over 42 states in the US, which is a lot of the states of America.
Jonathan Ive believes that Apple's goal is not to make money, but to make good products. I think that Apple's primary goal, like all corporations, is to make profit. The particular method is to create a proprietary product that is visually appealing and relatively stable. Their product needs to be proprietary because part of the business model is to create an air of exclusivity to the clientele. Another goal Apple has is to make the world's complex technology easy to use. As Jonathan Ive said, really great design is hard. Good is the enemy of great. Competent design is not too much of a stretch, but if you're trying to do something new, you have challenges on so many axes.
When it comes to finding Apple's primary competitors, it's a challenge itself. After all, Apple makes a wide range of products that penetrate many different markets. When it comes to smartphones, perhaps Samsung is the biggest competitor. Apple may not have any close competitors in the tablet market, but perhaps Amazon or Microsoft qualify as potential threats to the iPad's dominance. Google might be considered an Apple competitor on multiple fronts. Google owned Motorola recently unveiled the Android-powered Moto X smartphone, which could be a possible competitor to Apple's iPhone. Google also offers the Google Drive cloud service, which could be considered a competitor to Apple's iCloud. While Apple is still rumored to be developing its own wearable tech product, Google has already ventured into this growing market with its Google Glass product.